Hello YouTube, or shall I say good evening. It's very late and I'm still up. Been trying to figure out how to make these videos so I can start sharing the journey that's about to start with you. I have fabulous news. I just got my acceptance from my insurance and I've gotten a surgery date, and this is like incredible news. It's taken me, I think, 6 months to get here. So it's been a long process, and a lot of tests, EKGs, blood work, colonoscopy, endoscopy, psych evaluation, nutrition. You guys probably already have a list of your own that you're working on, and you just don't know how you're going to do that and get it all done. But I did it, and I've had to really advocate for myself as well. My doctor's office, while they're very good at what they do, they are, just so overloaded. I can't believe how many people are at every meeting or in the office. It seems like, whenever I go to my doctor's office, there's probably like 50 people sitting in the waiting room. And so I get the feeling that they just really have so many cases of people like me and maybe you that are trying to get the surgery done. And so it's kind of hard to get individual attention, and it's hard to, sometimes I feel like get my questions answered. So I've really, gone to YouTube to answer a lot of the questions I didn't feel my doctor was answering for me. And a lot of people say, well, your surgeon's supposed to, perform your surgery. He's not like, going to handhold you all the way through. But kind of wish I'd gone to Mexico, frankly. A lot of the people that I see that have gone to Tijuana have, basically been treated like they're on vacation. They've really had, super service, and I don't know if they're cash pay, and that's why, and because mine's insurance, and so it's just not the same kind of thing. But it's been kind of frustrating. I feel like it's a lot of work on the patient's part, and it's obviously a surgery. It's not like I'm buying a new handbag or, something at Target that I can return. It's, I'm giving up part of an organ, so I kind of have a lot of questions about what I'm in for, and what the benefits are, and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I've been a little frustrated, not to be bitter, but it's been a little bit less than I expected in terms of, I see some videos where people are just like, oh, I love my doctor, they were so great, and I don't really want to see who my doctor is right now till after my surgery, but I'm in a good hospital, and I think the program is excellent, but they are I would say overworked, overloaded, and maybe a little burnt out. So anyway, I have high hopes that the surgery will go well. Everyone seems to really like the, surgeons and the doctors after their surgery. So, maybe it's just the beginning stages where they don't really know if you're going to follow through or not. So I think I'm rambling. Anyway, what else? My surgery is in exactly a month. I just had my 51st birthday, which, is something in and of itself. But I did, really, I didn't have a food funeral, but I've been trying to kind of adopt some of the lifestyle changes, but I haven't been on a hardcore diet yet, and I probably need to do that. So my surgery is on August 29th, 2016, and my birthday was on the 27th, so here I am on the 29th of July, and I have exactly a month now to try and lose some weight and get ready for my surgery, and say goodbye to food, at least for, a pretty long time. I can't really imagine that I'm ever gonna be able to go back to carbs and, the kind of comfort food that I love, so I probably will be saying goodbye, but I hope I get to say well, actually, let's talk about that. That's why I called my blog The Goodbye Girl. There's so many things that I want to say goodbye to, not that I don't have a really good life in so many ways, but I feel like at one point I hit a fork in the road and things really went in a direction I wasn't expecting, and I kind of ended up in a place I didn't think that I would be, and I've spent about 20 years, maybe 25, being super fat. So, and it's gotten more and more and more and more. Just maybe like 5 pounds every year. It seems to kind of creep on. I'll have a period or something and then gain a couple pounds and just never be able to get it off again. So I've always sort of felt like, oh, I can eat what I want and it doesn't really make me gain weight. But if I try and lose weight, that doesn't really work either. So, but I do realize now that I was gaining a little bit, like a few pounds here and there every year, and just over 20 years, just become obese. So there you go. And I think getting older and having, I have a pretty physical job, and so I think sometimes, I go home tired and I just want to sit down and eat my dinner and hang out and chill out, and I don't really work out anymore. And I also used to live in Napa Valley, and so the wine situation there is pretty prevalent. Like, everybody drinks wine every night, and it's, just sort of a cultural thing there. So anyway, needless to say, a lot of empty calories were drank, during the 2000s to 2015 period. But I've moved since then, and I live in a place where there's a lot more, outdoor activity and a cooler climate, and food is, everybody loves food, but wine just isn't as big of a deal where I live now. And so I also don't know that many people, so I tend not to socialize as much. And when you're not socializing, drinking doesn't happen quite as much. So anyway, my plan is to hopefully make a few more videos. I want to talk about some of the things that other people don't talk about, like, I don't know, some of the reasons that I got here. And I don't just mean eating, like the things that made me want to eat and the things that made me not care so much that I was gaining weight, or the things that, maybe I would consider demons, or talk about whether or not maybe I think if I'm addicted to food, or whether I'm just, comfortable in my habits or whatever. But I think a lot of people talk about the surgery. You could probably watch 1,000,001 videos of people talking about, that stuff, and I will too. I mean, I'm sure I'll go through it with you, but I also want to sort of address issues with everybody, and talk about, healing myself on the inside. It's not just about taking part of your stomach out. It's really about healing your heart and, addressing the underlying issues that you have, and learning some new habits, how to deal with your stress, how to deal with unhappy maybe events in your life. And so I don't know, I want to be a little more psychological in my blog. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I do have a good therapist. I went to the psych evaluation, and I've continued to see my therapist. And I'm trying to kind of use her before the surgery to make sure that I'm totally ready and not going to have any crazy surprises. But I am a little afraid. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to be like the one person that it doesn't work for, and that I'm going to go through all this and not lose weight. And so I know I need to think positive, but I'm just a little bit afraid. Like, what if it doesn't work for me? What if I, do all this and I'm still fat? So I really hope it works. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. I'm gonna, keep making blogs and try and stay interesting, and try and give you guys stuff to, watch also. I just remembered that 6 months leading up to my surgery, it just helped so much to, not bore my family or other people that don't know or understand about weight loss surgery. So, being part of the community on YouTube and finding people that you can watch their videos and sort of relate to them and what they're doing, and kind of get ideas about, your own thing, really helped me a lot. So I just feel like when I look at some of these videos, I'm like, wow, that was like 3 years ago, or wow, that was 4 years ago. And so I kind of feel like it's a good idea to keep throwing new info, new surgery, new personalities into the mix, so that we have, our community keeps going, and that we have new members. And so anyway, I'm the newest member. Hope you like my stuff. I really appreciate your watching. I hope you stick with me. I hope that I can inspire you. I know I probably don't look great right now, and I've noticed a lot of people are thankfully like in their sweats and not wearing a lot of makeup and stuff during their videos. So sometimes I'll look great and sometimes I won't. So that's probably how you look too when you're at home. Anyway, I'm Keisha. I'm the Goodbye Girl, and I am saying goodbye to this old me and the old shit that I used to do, and you know, the part of my life that I, would like to kind of say goodbye to and move on to something better. So, and maybe saying goodbye to old habits too. So, join me, stick with me. See you next video. Have a good night.